It's a little familiar. I hate being on the side of the highway though. We're gonna be okay. You need a hand lifting it up?
Yeah.
Are they aluminum or no? And there's the boat. This is why I don't truck boats. Happy for them to do it, not me. Hell yeah, CNC trucking coming in clutch. See, we all work together and take care of business. Good old boys. All right, back to Maryland. What's up, everybody? Well, today is a big day. I had a fan reach out of the YouTube channel, and we've been chatting for about a year now. Long story short, he asked me if I would be willing to come take a look at his boat, and if I'd be willing to work on it for him. Not just work on it, but essentially restore the entire boat for him. Rewinding a little bit, I've had a lot going on the last year with my own boat project, the Pursuit 3400 Fisherman. That boat's not done, but the hull's been completely restored, completely repainted. My skew boat got crushed. I decided maybe try and rescue a lobster boat. I don't think we're gonna go forward with that one. But anyway, a lot of things have gone into place to get to here today, where I'm actually driving up 2 hours north of Maryland to go officially pick up this now customer, was a fan, still is a fan. I got to meet the boat hauler that I hired. Same guys, CNC Trucking, love those guys, really appreciate them. Shout out to them. To go pick this boat up and bring it back to Maryland, to my shop, to where we can get started, fully putting this boat back together. It is completely tore apart. It is a older sport fishing style express boat, twin diesel engines, straight shafts, and it needs an entire overhaul. So, as always, this is Ben with Boat Restoration by Ben. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel if you appreciate it. We're at 30,000 subscribers. Pretty incredible. Long way to go though. So, keep sharing the love. Really appreciate you guys. Enjoy this video. We'll touch base when we get up to the boat. All right. Guys, I don't know what to say. I've been chasing this dream for going on 5 years now. You know, and probably stems even before that. I just picked up the camera 5 years ago and started filming. I had no idea I would still be picking up the camera to this day, and let's just say, like, I haven't picked up the camera and filmed nearly as much as I would have liked to the level that I would have liked to, because of my day job. I haven't been comfortable enough to pull the ripcord and take the leap and try this full time and give you guys the production value you deserve, and the videos and the content you all deserve, and I deserve, I guess, in all facets of it. But this is my dream. Boat restoration is a passion of mine. Fixing up boats, bringing them back to life, getting them back on the water. It's fulfilling. And to be able to share the passion with you all, I think it's time. It's time I take this whole thing to the next level. It's time I give you guys the content you want. And at the end of the day, I got to do this for me. So I'm chasing my dream, and this boat project is a huge step for that dream. Apologies, I literally had a flatbed truck eject a pallet onto the highway, and everyone had to like literally drive off into the grass to get out of the way. It spread, you know, foam or some sort of building material all the way across the highway, and like it had just happened. So like we were the first cars there. Anyway, okay, I'm 20 minutes out, rolling up to the boat shortly, in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, at the moment. Pretty exciting. All right, we are here. I was just trying to get a drone shot, but it wouldn't let me because it says we're in restricted airspace. But trucker's already here. We got the boat owner here, and I'm gonna help him spot just like I did on the lobster boat. We got to split the two. You got about 2 inches to spare over here, Bo. What's up, little dog? How long has it been since you moved the boat?
It's 13 or 14 years.
Really?
Yep.
Been that long?
All because the mechanic, when I bought it here, worked for me, told me the fuel tanks were leaking.
Yep.
I was sitting back there and we filled them up and
Which is crazy. But you got new ones now.
I never thought about pressure testing.
Yeah.
And he never did either.
That's wild. Well, first thing, boat does a lot of boat movement, but first thing he said when we rolled up, he's like, this thing's in great shape.
Yeah.
Hull's in great shape. So we'll put her back together. She'll buff out too, you can tell.
Oh yeah. The guy, that's one main thing he did. He had it whacked very well.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to paint the bottom too at some point, but we'll let that happen once we get down the road.
I'd like to do as much as you personally can for me. You know,
Yeah.
the inside the windows are all open. They need new windows.
Yeah.
The plastic that holds everything together broke.
That is what I can do. Sorry it took so long to get to this point, but
Hey, I wasn't in her. It's been sitting there this damn long.
yeah. Well, we'll get her taken care of.
I must have talked to like 25 different people about this.
Yeah.
I have people come up from all over and then they look at,
Yeah, right. No one wants this. I'm the crazy one that does. You can keep coming. You're about to. Yeah, you're basically touching your tire, Bo.
Yeah.
Your fender on tire. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some in my truck bed too, because I'm gonna block them with your blocks and the stands at my place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on this
There's
side
enough
here,
of the old ones
it's just in.
to do that.
Yep.
These are some guys in Delaware I was supposed to take back to him, but he told me just keep the damn things.
Okay.
I already bought new ones to take back to him.
Yeah. Well, I want. I'm definitely gonna take the blocks,
Oh yeah.
but then I need 3 for each side. So I'll take 2 sets of angles and then a couple flats. That's all right. They'll roll right away after they get her strapped down, and then I'll go hook up to the trailer. I'm glad you were able to get that done. Yeah, the only problem with the trailer is that it's hard to balance it between the 2 sides. The thing's solid galvanized steel, so
I mean, we got.
I'm trying to get the trailer shifted on the V and miss the. There's no prop shafts or props on it right now, but you know we have to miss the outlets for the prop shafts and then our brackets here and rudders too. So that's just tricky. Takes a couple attempts to get it perfectly straight. Now he's kicking it over. Block. Got her out of this area where it was a little unlevel and give us some more space. That.
Lower down right here? Yep.
That actually looks pretty good. Not bad.
Yeah, it's good on the other side too.
Yeah, not bad at all. I'll tell you guys about this boat in a little while. We'll get her all set up and strapped down first. I'm hopping up and making sure everything in here looks solid. If there's anything that can fly away, probably should tie it down or move it. Got the whole deck set back in here and everything. Radar. This is the hard top. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. Roof's got a little rot in it, but I'm not worried about the roof. I just measured her. So measured out fine. And down below here, I know this may look rough now, but actually all in all, it's not in that bad a shape. Does need some TLC, but nothing we can't handle. Let me tell you, I've been in a lot worse. This is not bad at all. It's a little dated. Look at that. Tuna Saluna. That's funny. How are these windows? Alright, I'm gonna pop through. Make sure everything's secured down. Yeah, like he was saying, this window probably fly open during transport, but that's not a big deal. I'll leave these cushions. Leave all that stuff. Ain't gonna hurt anything. Everything's in there is fine. All that's fine. Alright. My build just a little dry. That's good. Okay. Okay, looking good. Everything up top's pretty secure. Grab a couple zip ties. Tie a few wires away. And then we ought to be set to get this thing rolling home and back to Maryland. Yeah, oversized load, loaded out at like 13.3. We got all the straps on too. All right, here's my mobile work trailer. Look, all his boat parts that have been removed: heat exchangers, exhaust manifolds, intake, brand new fuel tanks, hoses. I'm sure there's a world of more stuff that I'm gonna need, but at the very least, it's our start. And I gotta come back up for the engines at a later date, but I think we're gonna get everything prepped first before we roll back up and get the engines. It'll be a little while before that, but we're gonna get on the road, head back to Maryland, catch the trucker, meet him at my house, and get everything blocked and set up. So I'll see you guys on the road. I thought I'd catch up to the boat, but I'm about 10 minutes or so ETA behind it, but we're rolling through. I think this is York, Pennsylvania, Wright's Ferry. Really cool body of water here with a really sweet old historic bridge over there as well. But nothing special with me. I got an old box trailer behind me. And moving right along just fine. Should be at home in about an hour and 30 minutes to catch the boat and get her reblocked. And then once we're set, I'll give you guys the whole down low on what's going on with this thing, what the plans are, what we're gonna do. This seems like step 1, but this is actually like step 5, and a lot of planning and phases that had to go into place before we even got to this point. So I'll fill you in when we're back at the house. All right. Shit, we're on the side of the road. They blew a tire. This is not good, but we got a big shoulder, so I need to grab a couple blocks, and then they're gonna raise this trailer up and get the boat off. It's a little familiar. I hate being on the side of the highway though. It's dangerous. Need some sockets. Oh, there we go. Made it to the side of the road. Got a nice big shoulder. And there's the boat. This is why I don't truck boats. I'm happy for them to do it, not me. But I think we're gonna be okay. You need a hand lifting it up?
Yeah.
Are they aluminum or no?
Huh?
Are they aluminum wheels? Get this tire back on and get back on the road, get off from the side. It's unsafe over here, but so far actually I should check my bearings. They feel okay. Jim said he just greased them. The lights are working too, so that's good. Check these real quick. Yeah, a little toasty, but nothing too bad. It'll be fine. Alrighty, back to it. Okay, tires changed. Gotta wait for a lane, let these guys pull out. That was fun. That was like old times, except they literally were just able to, they needed the blocks from my truck and then some sockets. They literally just dropped the hydro trailer down onto those wood blocks. And then we're able to pick up the tires, rip the one tire off, put the new tire on. I guess the owner of the company has been buying retreaded tires and they've been wasting themselves. More often than they should be. So I guess they're gonna switch back to new tires instead of retreaded. But with everything, lesson learned. This thing, she's definitely a wide load, but only a 33 footer. So about 11 wide or so. Oh, perfect, here's our gap. Get onto the road with him, turn my flashers off. Yeah, she looks pretty sporty. Not bad. All right, I'm gonna get out from behind them. Oh yeah, CNC trucking coming in clutch. See, we all work together and take care of business. Good old boys. All right, back to Maryland. I'll catch them in a little while. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. We are good to go. Onward. Hopefully we don't have to do that again. Hopefully it's not my trailer this time. Alright. I made it back to my house. We're parked on the street for now. Because I beat the truck with the boat. Hopefully set up the drone and catch them as they come in. I gotta hurry up. I'm probably 5 minutes in front of those guys, depending on if they got stuck. But box trailer made it fun. No tires or bearings issues. I just gotta figure out where I want to put it. This is the big problem, is that the shop isn't built yet, which should be happening in the next couple weeks. But in the meantime, It's pretty dry. I'm gonna put the boat we'll see. I could put it right here in the yard, but I probably am just gonna block it on this side of the driveway for right now, and have them come pluck it and put it inside the shop once the shop's built. So in the meantime, it'll be a eyesore to the neighbors, but good thing I don't have an HOA. It is set, and we look like, well, we look like something, huh? Anyway, we'll leave that for you guys to decide what this looks like sitting in my front yard in the driveway for everybody to see, but hopefully not for long. Should go in the shop that we're going to be building here soon, but from Pennsylvania, Maryland, and a residential driveway. That was step 1. Yeah, step 10, whatever y'all want to call it. I'm gonna put a couple more things away, get the trailer in the driveway, and then I'll walk you through the boat. Alrighty guys, so what we have here is a 1996 Wellcraft 33 Coastal. So people have their fair share of opinions about Wellcrafts. These days they're owned by Beneteau, not the greatest built boat in the world, but back in 1996 Wellcraft was still a, you know, American made, fairly decent runabout boat, but they also built an Express. So this 33 Coastal is a twin diesel straight shaft boat, much like my Pursuit. A lot of the same space as my Pursuit 3400. 2 Caterpillar diesels that sit here, transmissions, fuel tanks, some wiring in the middle, fish boxes on the floor. It's actually a really cool boat. And actually Jim, the owner, look at this. I mean, this is all molded in, nice molded in scupper drain track, fish boxes in the floor, and then all of these pieces here actually pop out, and the motors go underneath. So I'll pull all these inserts out of here so I can work on the boat. But just to give you an idea, let me fold this down. Yeah, I'm gonna fold this down without hurting anything. Okay, so solid fiberglass boat with massive stringers down below. They used matte glass for everything. And the boat's solid. Owner is actually taking good care of it. The bilge has already been painted and recoated. But it's got a bunch of bullshit hoses and wiring that probably won't be reused. Ray cores that'll probably be, canisters would probably be fine, but new filters, new hoses and fittings for fuel tanks and lines. Fuel tanks go over there. But these are where those engines sit. I believe they're inline 6 Caterpillars. I'll have to figure out what make and model, or what model they are. But anywho, this owner, let me get this hatch closed. Anyway, this owner reached out to me via the YouTube channel, saw my pursuit project, said, hey, I got a Wellcraft 33 Coastal that I had a guy take apart for me 20 years ago because the fuel tanks were leaking into the boat, which required the whole deck to come up, the engines to come out, and a bunch of work just to get to the fuel tanks, which is a pain in the butt because he didn't want to cut out this aft cockpit area, which is understandable. Long story short, he got the whole thing apart, and then the guy gave up on him. So the boat sat for 15 years, completely torn apart. Engines were moved, engines were sent off to a builder, engines were rebuilt, transmissions were rebuilt. He got brand new fuel tanks, which I'll show you in the trailer over there, and has just been sitting on this project for years now. He's been waiting 15 years to find somebody that can dive back in and is willing to put a boat like this back together using the same, you know, mostly original hardware as well as the engines. But this boat was sitting in Reading, Pennsylvania. Couldn't find a marine technician that wanted to work on it, nor did he want to spend the kind of money to take it to like a big boat yard and have a boat yard fix the whole thing up. You know, to put a whole boat back together like this and actually clean it up, make sure it runs and drives properly, align prop shafts, transmissions, engine mounts, make sure it's safe for the water. I mean, you're talking probably spending 100, 150 grand just to like put this boat back together. Now that might be a little high depending on your shop, but all I'm saying is putting an entire boat back together and not knowing how it was taken apart can cost you a lot of money. So he reached out to me, said, hey, this is the deal. You interested? This was 8 months ago. I said, hang in there. I'm gonna be busy for a while, but if this is really something you wanna do, I'll quote the job, basically, and we'll touch base again in 8 months. And sure enough, I reached back out and said, hey Jim, I'm ready to go. Is this still something you want to do? You know, here's some updates on pricing. If you want to go for this, we'll go for it. And we're going to approach it section by section. So we're going to move the boat and I'm going to go through it, and then I'm going to re-quote. And then I'm going to give you a quote for, you know, putting all of these things back in place and then go from there. So instead of just one big lump sum of an estimate, just slowly building this in place, just being very transparent that this is going to take a lot of time, energy, and effort on my part, and patience on the owner's part. And you know, to that end, you guys got to meet Jim there for a little while. But you know, in his words, listen, I've been waiting 15 years, 20 years to do this. I can wait a little while longer. So, long story short, here we are. Boat's at my property. It ultimately will go inside the new shed that I'm building. So coming up next, getting that shed built, I'll probably go through a few things on the boat to prep whatever I can, but cleaning it up is the first step, and then putting it inside the shop will be the next step. So in the meantime here, I'm gonna work on building the shop and getting it ready for this boat and project. But anyway, here we are, the next project for boat restoration by Ben, 1996. Wellcraft 33 Coastal, and it's, again, this is a bitchin' boat. I really, this door's gonna need some work. Trucking was not kind to it by any means, and there's a bunch of stuff stuck in the track. But anyway, it's gonna need a lot of work. But that's what I'm here for. As always, like and subscribe to the channel. If you guys appreciate this content, wish me luck. This is gonna be quite the endeavor, but hey, I'm up for it. And if I can help somebody else get their dream boat back on the water, who am I to say no? So, thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.